Hey everyone, welcome back to VIP Power Lifts. Today, let's talk about what your purpose is. Do you ever stress about that you haven't yet found your purpose, but people around you have? Whether they're 20, 30, or 40, that doesn't really matter. And here's why. Instead of stressing about your life purpose, your big life purpose, focus on what you're good at. Focus on what you enjoy doing. Focus on what people ask you advice on. What comes easy for you. And I know this is difficult for people to kind of get to because personally, through all my life, so starting with coming to the UK, I was 12 years old, went to school. I was never really good at anything. I mean, I did good at subjects and studying. I had a pretty okay grades. I was never a problematic kid overall. And with time, I kept asking and being so harsh on myself because I didn't truly understand why am I living this life. It's not about a suicidal thought. It's about just working for or studying or trying to achieve that thing that your life wants from you, your future and everything. And once I got to college, I actually studied travel and tourism. Honestly, I wanted to be like an air hostess, and I don't know how I would be one because I'm terrified of planes now because I had an emergency landing and that completely changed the game. Then I suffered from, anorexia for like a few years. But just before I got this disordered thinking, I got into fitness around 16 years old. So what I mean by fitness is I go into the gym. I was doing cardio, was overtraining 7 days a week, and as I kept losing weight and as I kept being less body fat, obviously I struggled a lot, and that was a whole journey itself. And I still didn't know if that's what I want to do. But that moment when I clicked that I need to change. I need to fix up my mind. I need to fix up this awful relationship with food and relationships with the people around me because I was absolutely a nutcase. Like, I lost my own self and I lost a lot of people around me because I was so toxic, because I didn't want to meet anyone, I didn't want to see anyone, because I wanted to go to the gym, eat as less as possible, come back, go do 10, 20,000 steps, and then whatever, go to work. At the time I worked in Tesco's as a shop assistant, which I had shift from 4 a.m. until 2 p.m. There alone, I was doing 25,000 steps. Yes. After that, I would walk 10,000 steps, 5 to the park and 5 back, and bang out a calisthenics workout. How toxic is that? I know, it is extremely bad. But when I decided to just do this, my brain just clicked. I needed change, and I started eating more, I started gaining weight, and I started educating myself onto how the body works, what muscles I'm using when I'm training, what nutrients are, and all those bits of information that everyone in the fitness industry should have an idea from. Not to a perfect level, but to a baseline so they know what they're doing. And I did my course exactly when I got my period back in July 2020, I believe it was. I did my PT course for 2 months. I did it level 3 in nutrition as well. And then I knew that this is this is what I want to do. This is the area for the rest of my life. This is the area of topic I want to surround myself with, I want to be associated with for the rest of my life. And I still didn't know if being a personal trainer is the thing I want to do forever, and I still don't know. I started working in the gym group. I got quite a few clients. I saw them change their habits. Most of them had disordered eating like me, so I was able to share my experience and what I've been through for them to not go through the same thing. And I fell so in love with seeing people not be afraid to lift a weight, not being afraid to eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, not be afraid to, when they're going out, to eat a meal out with their friends and family. I clicked then that this is the thing I want to do. As the time went on, obviously I was doing powerlifting. I'm really in love with resistance training. I feel like this has given me so much purpose. It's given me so much strength. It's given me so much mindset shifts, being able to deal with depression, being able to deal with relationships, being able to deal with my own negative perspective of my body, so body dysmorphia, being able to help others through fitness. And fitness doesn't just mean go and banging weights, it means creating this habit of having it in your routine to go and do that thing for yourself. And I know it sounds not that serious, and it's not that serious, but the purpose of this video is to not think what the big goal is in life, what the big performance stage and who is waiting there for you, but to think of what you're good at, whether that's being artistic, so drawing, whether that's dancing, whether that's gym, whether that's singing, or playing instruments like piano, drums and guitar, being a doctor, anything. And keep following this path, because you're gonna get answers as you keep going forward, as the days progress. You're gonna keep getting different answers in that field, and it's gonna give you maybe 2 years, you're gonna be this, and that's gonna be your purpose. But then you would shift to be more influential. Maybe it's gonna change after again, but it's always gonna be the field of what you love seeing around you and what you love experiencing every day. I really want people to not be so harsh on themselves, to not think so much ahead, to just give it your all every single day at what you're good at. And I couldn't promise you more than it's gonna be okay at the end. It's gonna be worth it, because I still don't know what my purpose is, but I know that it's sport. I know that is making people develop a better life, a better habit, a better relationship. And I know that that's something I'll keep doing for the rest of my life, because that thing gives me so much joy when I go in the gym and I have my PT client, and when I see them fighting through the reps, being so happy with how their body is changing, with how more energetic they're feeling and confident, that gives me this it's almost like pleasure, like orgasm. It's surreal, honestly. It's something so good to feel. And this is how your field, your purpose, which is never known, you can change in the split of a second what your purpose is. This is how it should make you feel. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all the support I've received recently. And let me know what would you like to see next. Until next time.